In this lesson, we will learn more about creating and using menu style forms. Let's start by creating basic menu style form. As you can see, I am using the same Redux I have been using so far, and all the imports are already in place. So we have custom form service, the same we have been using so far, custom menu structure, I will use that in a second, and get service method. Inside form method, I have custom form service already obtained. So what we need to do next is to define our menu. Let's add type, custom menu in this case. And this is simple JavaScript object containing a list of all the available items. Each item is just a JavaScript object containing mandatory ID property. Let's say I want to have following items: air shopping, air avail, and air schedules. All we have to do now is to call service, open menu method, passing in our menu structure. Now let's save and go to Sabre Red Web to see how it works. Now let's go to Workflows panel, and I will open menu. As you can see, menu style form is just a simple modal containing a list of all the defined options. So we have air shopping, air avail, and air schedules. User can choose one of those options either by using mouse, so I can just click, or by using keyboard, so I can use arrow keys to focus one of those options and then enter or control enter to choose. Now let's go to code to see other available options. Custom menu supports two types of items. We have menu item. This is default, so all those already defined items are menu item. And we have separator. Let's say I want to have exit menu item. So I will add new object with ID exit. And it would be nice to have some visual separation between exit and other menu items. So we can use separator to achieve this. To add separator, I will add JavaScript object in between with ID as this is required. Let's say sep, and I will add type separator. Now let's save and go to Sabre Red Web to see how it works. Let's open our menu once again. Now, in addition to previously defined items like air shopping, air avail, and air schedules, we have separator and exit. As you can see, separator cannot be chosen. Two things to notice. First, our modal is using default title menu, and secondly, labels are being generated from ID. Each part of the camel case ID is treated as a distinct word in label. Let's go to code to see how we can customize it. Customization of both title and label for custom menu is very similar to custom form. If I want to change title, all I have to do is to add title property to custom menu. Let's say I want to have sample menu. And to change label of given item, all we need to do is to add label. Now let's save and go to Sabre Red Web. Let's open menu. And now, as you can see, title has changed to sample menu, And the label of second item has changed as well to air availability. Now, let's go back to code to explore other things about custom menu. As you may know, custom form service supports both structure API and text API, and this is true for custom menu as well. Let's say we want to create similar menu using text API. I will comment this out first. Then I will create menu. This time it will be string. Here we need to specify comma-separated list of all the items. If we want to create menu item, we need to define its ID, and we can use minus to create separator. So in our case, this will be air shopping first, then air avail. Please note that using text API, we are not able to create custom label. This is supported only by structure API. Next, air schedules, then minus to create separator, and exit. As you can see, we are passing menu to open menu method next, and to define custom title, we can use second argument of open menu method. Please remember that second argument of open menu method is supported only when using text API. Now let's save and go to Sabre Web to see how it works. Now let's open our menu once again. And as you can see, we have achieved same menu, the only difference being label of second item. Now, let's go back to code for the last time and learn more about user response. Open menu method, just like open form method, returns promise containing information about user action. To work with promises, we will use async await. As you can see, form method is already async. So next, I will create response with string type. I will add await. Next, I will add console log, logging response. And now let's save and go to Sabre Web to test. Let's start by opening and clearing console. Next, clear. Then I will open menu and test each of the menu items, starting with air shopping, then air avail, air schedules, and exit. As you can see, each of the menu items returned its ID. So we have air shopping, air avail, air schedules, and exit. But you need to remember that the user can still use escape button and cross button to close modal. So let's test those. Starting with escape button and then cross button. As you can see, both returned null. So this is something to keep in mind when working with custom menu.